Hey lads, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jen. I'm back. It's been 6 months since I went for milk in the store, but now I'm back, okay? I've been really inconsistent with YouTube, but like realistically, when have I ever been consistent with YouTube? Let's just call a spade here, okay? But I've had a change of heart recently and I wanted to pour more of my effort and my heart and my love into YouTube and tutorials and videos and different tips and tricks for navigating this blogging world. So today I just wanted to be real relaxed. I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself. I just wanted to come back and get reacquainted with the camera. Talking to the camera is so much different than recording Instagram videos, and like I feel like my personality doesn't come across in the camera. Like if anyone has met me, they know I'm fucking crazy, but I feel like it just doesn't come across on the camera. However, we're going to try. We're going to get comfortable. This little bad boy right here is going to be my best friend. Today we're going to just put on some makeup, talk some crap, and have a good time. Talking to camera is way more difficult than recording an Instagram video, because with Instagram videos I can just be like, pose, But talking to camera, you actually have to be like coherent and make sense, and that is hard. I saw this look on Nikki Makeup's Instagram and I really wanted to create it because the model had like the most beautiful green eyes I've ever seen in my life. And I have kind of green eyes. They're like dark green, but they green, girl, and I just wanted to try it. So I'm just popping on a little bit of a mask because my skin has been so dry lately. If you follow me on Instagram, my skin has just been insane, and I've had a few products that have like really made a difference in my skin. One of them is this one here. This is the Your Good Skin Cica Sleep Repair Paste, but I find even like putting it on for like 10 minutes before I do a video, it comes with a little brush, but you know already I lost that. But I'm just going to pop it on while I'm doing my eyes, and then we're going to get it done. So this contains a product called Cica, and like Cica basically is so good for your skin, especially if you have like reactive skin or just like shit skin, you know, like myself. But the Cica was discovered, I think, where are tigers native, like Bengal kind of area. So the Cica in this was discovered when the tigers used to fight each other, and then they'd roll around in this grass afterwards, and then they'd be like healed. So they were like, there's something in that grass, let's make face cream. So they made this. I'm just gonna leave that on while I do my eye makeup, and then I can just wipe it off. I feel like it really gives like a hydration boost to my skin. So I was watching a video by Gary Vee, and if you don't know who Gary Vee is, he's amazing. You should definitely give him a follow. But Gary Vee is an amazing businessman, and he's like an inspirational speaker, all that good stuff. But he was talking about the obsession that we have with like followers and likes, and especially in this day and age of like social media influencers and things like that, how we can get so obsessed with followers. Basically what he was saying was that when we get super obsessed with, you know, how many people are liking our posts, how many people are engaging with this, that and the other, we actually start to lose the love for the reason we started in the first place. So like, why did I start Two Dolly Makeup? I know Two Dolly is dead, we'll talk about that in a second, but why did I start Two Dolly Makeup? I started Two Dolly Makeup because I love makeup, I had a passion for it, and you know, I really wanted to talk about makeup, and my friends weren't that interested in makeup, so I was like, I needed someone to talk about it, so I started a blog. So the blog then obviously becomes this commodity to like bring you forward into another area. So it became a job, it became a career, it became like my life, and to this point now where it's my full-time job is my blog. So you become obsessed with metrics, you become obsessed with like how many people like your posts, how many people interact with your posts, do they comment on your posts, like all this kind of stuff. And yeah, it's important, but you start to only do things because it like pleases the crowd. Do you know what I mean? So I think for like a long time I kind of lost the passion for it, and I had that like, I think in the last like couple of weeks I had that real like, oh my god, like what the hell am I doing? Like, why am I not growing? Like, why, you know, do I feel like certain things have just stopped for me, where I was like on this like trajectory and then it just stopped, and I was like, because I've stopped being myself. Like, I've stopped letting people in and seeing who I am. Like, I think I was so obsessed with the Touche like persona that I actually forgot about me. Like, I forgot about who I was and like my personality, and I was trying to be this like cut and dry, hi guys, welcome back to my channel, my name is Jen from Touche Makeup, and like, that's not me, that's not who I am. And in order for me to get more comfortable in front of the camera, to the point that, yeah, I obviously still am going to be a bit nervous, and you're never your full self in front of a camera, but like, I needed to just get in front of the camera and get myself to the point where I would feel comfortable in front of the camera and I would be myself, and you would be seeing who I am rather than this like character that I made up, which I think was like quite a like protective mechanism for quite a while, but it just had to go, to be honest with you. So while it wasn't a bad thing, and like, obviously Touche, wherever you are, if you're up there, I love you, but it just had to go, because I felt like I was at a point in my life where, like, I'm 28 now, like, I had to figure out what the next step was for me, and what, you know, what I wanted to do and what direction I wanted to take this in. And I felt like with Touche I was so obsessed with likes, followers, this, that and the other, that I forgot to actually be myself. This got deep very quick. The industry is so heavily saturated at the moment as well with people, that when you lose yourself, that's when you lose your power. Like, that's, you know, not to be cliche, but you're the only you in the world, and at the end of the day, if you're stopping being yourself, people are going to stop buying into it as much, you know, because that's what you're doing. Like, let's just call a spade for a moment. Like, when you are being a social media influencer, when you're being a blogger, when you are aspiring for people to look at what you purchase and look at what you recommend and think, yeah, that's something that I need, like, I need that, when realistically we don't need anything. But you have to have that element of trust, and in order for people to trust you, you have to be yourself. And I think that's where I kind of lost it for a while, and I started to feel like, oh well, like, if I was, like, I literally made a video about it, I was like, if I looked a certain way I would be fine, or if I did this I would be fine, or like, I would get more opportunities if this, that and the other. But like, I realized that the only one I was holding back with that thought process was myself. Like, realistically, the only person that you're ever going to hold back by being jealous of people is yourself. And that's the tea. Trust me, honey. Like, I've worn many hats in my life. I've had lots of different jobs. I have always, you know, worked hard. But like, I've had those moments where I was like, why is this not happening for me? You know, like, why am I miserable? Why can I never succeed? And like, it seems like other people get it handed to them, but in all honesty, nobody has an easy go in this life. Some people may look like they have an easy life, but you have no idea. You literally have no idea what's going on behind there, you know, behind the scenes. I've spoken about this before, but like, you just need to focus on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying here is, I'm doing me for the foreseeable future. I'm just gonna work really hard, and I hope people like what I do, but if they don't like what I do, there's not really much I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering with this. This is the SoSu by Keilidh Urban Bible palette. I'm sure you've seen this like a million times before, but it's a really, really beautiful palette to have in your arsenal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be creating like a really nice, like, ethereal amethysty kind of vibe, and I feel like this is perfection for that. So I want to get a really soft wash of colour first on my lid, so I'm going to mix Veil and Freedom to make kind of a lilac colour. I really lightly wash that over the eye. This is quite a simple eye that Nikki did. Nikki does these Sunday tutorials every week and they are stunning. Like, they're so beautiful. Just want to make sure there's a nice soft edge there. For this, you don't want to like have a huge amount of colour. Does anyone else have one eye that was like built for eyeshadow? Like for me, it's this eye. Like this eye, the eyeshadow blends itself. It just lays really well on my eye. It's honestly like stunning. But the other eye, not so much. Like I have to work at the other eye. Yeah. So I'm just taking a little bit of Freedom on my brush now, just straight up, no chaser, and I'm just rocking that into my socket, just really softly, just to build a bit of depth and dimension into the eye. One of the first ever like eyeshadow looks that I posted to Instagram, and it was in like a pic frame, like, you know, where there's like a couple of different pictures in the collage, and it was, I called it Parfait Amour, and it was Parfait Amour eyeshadow by MAC, which I loved at the time, and I created a look completely around that. And of course I was wearing like Saint Germain lipstick. If you wore Saint Germain lipstick, like, you a bad bitch now. Saint Germain lipstick was the tea. I remember it came out with the MAC Sweet collection, or So Sweet, or like icing collection or something along those lines, but it was like cake based, and I literally was like, I need that like purpley pink in my life, and I got it and I wore the shit out of it, and it made my teeth look like Pikachu's ass, but I wore it. I loved it. Next I'm gonna went Myth, which is actually more of a blue tone purple, but I'm just gonna pop that down. I'm going in with a fluffy brush because I want it to be a little bit dispersed on the eye. Not like super placed down. I just want there to be like a little iridescence to the eye. I'm going to go in with my beloved Dermalogica Intensive Moisture Balance. This is amazing for dry skin bitches like me. So I'm just going in with the tiniest amount, like that is more than enough for your whole face. And I'm just going to really kind of massage that into the skin. Okay, so we're moving on to skin. I want to keep my skin quite fresh because the eyes are going to be quite heavy. We are going to be adding some liner, some smokiness, all that jazz, but I like to get my base done before I go underneath my eyes because I want to get right up there. I'm going to be going in with my IT Cosmetics CC cream in the shade Fair. This is like on its last legs, but there's still more life in the old girl, so we're gonna keep using her. This is like my favorite foundation for like when I want to get that like fresh but also like coverage. It's so beautiful. Like, I think everyone is a little bit scared by the term CC cream. Everyone is like no, but this is different. She's different. If you have freckles though, like, your skin eats makeup, unfortunately. Anyone with freckles can confirm this. My skin eats coverage, so when I put on a foundation, no matter how full coverage it is, like, it's going to sink into my skin. Oh my god, I think I just used the last of this. That is so sad. But that's how you know you love a product. What I love about this is it just feels like you're putting on skincare. It doesn't feel like a typical like foundation. And to conceal and highlight, I'm going to be going in with the YSL Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat full coverage pens in the shade 05 and 8. If you saw my Instagram during the week, you will see that I got the scariest email of my life. So basically, I got this email with an actual password that was a password to one of my accounts, and it was like, hey, we have all your shit and we just want to let you know that you are going to get hacked, and we've already hacked your webcam, so just letting you know. And we have footage of you satisfying yourself in front of the camera, which at that point I was like, oh my god, lol, they definitely do not have that unless they have video of me absolutely chowing down into a share size bag of Doritos by myself. Anyway, but they basically sent me this like really threatening email. I was like, oh my god, like what the hell? But basically I changed my password on everything, but it's so scary that they were able to get my passwords. So I'm just gonna use a contour like this. I just like to spread it out a little bit first with a duo fiber brush, and then go back in with my Bushy blending sponge. Just now we're just going to set my foundation a little bit. I'm going to go in with the Vichy Dermablend powder, and this is amazing. Like, it is incredible. It makes your foundation sweat proof, and I'm the sweatiest bitch ever, so helpful. So I'm going to use a little pad that it came with, really handy. I'm going to knock off any excess on the lid so I can like pick it back up later, but I'm just going to kind of pounce that in around the jawline. This is where I find like I'm going to lose my foundation the most, so I like to really just press the powder in there, and then everywhere else I just use a brush. I'll go back to my eyes now. I know I do my makeup in like a really weird order, but you know what, deal with it. So I want to line my bottom lash line, and I'm going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Viper. Yes. Blend that all out. This has a bit of shimmer in it as well, so it's like quite pretty. The diamond gears from Limecrime are like so beautiful. They are like little dreams of glitter, and I just want to pop that like right here in the corner of my eye, just to really give some like brightness to that area, and kind of dot it up a little bit, dip right into the little container and just get that on. It just adds a certain little je ne sais quoi to the look. Just gonna draw that back a tiny bit. So I just popped on some lashes off camera, and I want to finish off this look by doing some highlighting, and I'm going to be using this. This is the Nars Endless Orgasm palette, and it's really beautiful. Like, it's a very beautiful palette. I'm going to be using mainly this kind of side here. This is a little bit more deep for a tan, so I want to do a mix of these two here, which is Orgasm and Super Orgasm, and I'm going to just get them right on my cheeks just to really intensify that kind of blush look. And then for highlight, I'm going to be going in with Orgasm Ecstasy and Double Orgasm. So one is kind of more of a champagne gold, and the other one is definitely more kind of iridescent pinky kind of shade. So I'm just going to keep that really focused on the tops of my cheeks, and as you can see, it's given like a very beautiful kind of lit from within glow, which I like. So guys, that is the completed look. It's a really fresh skin, but also the eyes are quite bold. It is based off Nikki Makeup's Sunday tutorial of this weekend, and I absolutely, like, I'm very into it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm definitely going to try and be more proactive when it comes to video on YouTube, and even if 10 people watch it, 10 people watch it, and I'm going to be happy with it. I'm going to produce something that I'm happy with. If you want to subscribe, that would be much appreciated. If you're looking for me on any other social media platforms, it's just jen.morris on all other social media. And yeah, I'll leave all the links to everything down below. I don't really know how to close this up, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.